first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field. Downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Another try for Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw here. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A gain of 15 yards. And the Lions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 13.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there on the run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Emmanuel Sanders. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They get this out left. And in for the Lions touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I know they got the first down, but, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this one taken in by Cephas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Harris The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A gain of 6 there on first.
So pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. Touchdown! Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the margin shrinks to get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Bengals.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30.
First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Charles Harris picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. Left side. And he is out of bounds. 30. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Burrow going for it on 4th. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this will wind up the Lions' first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll try and throw for it here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Drew Sample was a second-round pick in 2019, and the Bengals would sure love to see his role increase with Joe Burrow at quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Bird. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. And they go play action now. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. Touchdown, Detroit!